Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and another episode of Star Wars Battlefront Top 5 Plays, the series where I feature the best, funniest and the weirdest clips in the community. If you want to submit a clip yourself, you can do so through the link in the description below, and also don't forget to enter my Elgato HD60 giveaway if you want to get a capture card that you can use to record gameplay from any platform whatsoever. But now, let's get started. Starting off, we have a clip from Gael Franco, who shows us that Greedo is actually quite powerful. And I keep saying this during my live streams that Greedo is really a glass cannon. He dies in 2 seconds, but if you do get his trait level up, he can absolutely destroy enemy heroes, which he shows in this clip. He's very close to dying at one point, but he does pick up a hero pickup. But as you can see, when you do get to freely fire at an enemy hero with your trait maxed out, they go down in a matter of a few seconds. And of course, seeing his special version of the thermal imploder is always very satisfying. Unfortunately, he doesn't quite finish the entire enemy team, but he takes out 3 enemy heroes, which is still quite impressive. But unfortunately, he dies and doesn't get the final one. If he did, he might have placed a little bit higher today. Moving on, we have a clip from Lemmy 2511, who gets a pretty simple yet sweet clip. He puts a bullet in the head of the U-wing gunner on Scarif by using the cycler rifle. I still haven't managed to actually shoot someone out of the U-wing. I keep trying every time I'm on Scarif, but for some reason I hit the ship instead, which eventually blows up. But this is a lot more efficient, just shoot them once in the head and the U-wing flies off. Next up, we have a pretty sneaky clip from Schwab. And I actually tried this in one of my Mythbusters episodes, and what he does is simply that he places a trip mine on the speeder bike, and he does exactly like I remember doing in Battlefield 4. You put it on a quad bike, or a speeder bike in this case, and then drive it right up to the enemy, but you jump off in the last second and then it explodes on the enemy, who in this case is camping at the turret. When I did this, I basically just drove past them and died myself, but obviously you want to try to survive, so his execution in this case was a little bit more efficient. Next up, we have a clip from Star Wars Disciples, who gets a sweet 6-man proximity bomb kill. As you can see, there's a lot of people hiding in that corridor, and luckily for him, that Scourge shield doesn't only protect the enemies, but it protects him from getting shot before he reaches them. So as soon as he gets into the shield, he drops the proximity bomb and then obviously dies, because I think he probably expected that. And then you have to wait those 1 or 2 seconds until you hear the beeping sound, and boom, he gets a 6-man kill. Lastly, at the honorable number 1 spot, we have a clip from Salad Dispenser. I think he's actually been featured on this series before, because that's not really a name you easily forget. However, he shows that Leia can be extremely efficient in heroes versus villains, something which you don't really see very often. People pick her to heal other teammates and then usually go down, but he takes out all the 3 enemy heroes by himself. And I think it's kind of funny at the first part of the clip where Palpatine is rushing after him and is really desperate to get a kill. And then after a while he realizes that, oh, I think Leia actually has the upper hand now. So he tries to escape instead, but Leia kills him, and when the enemy team didn't have any healers left, it was pretty easy for him to pick off the last 2 heroes while simultaneously healing himself. And something I noticed that he did is the fact that if you roll and pop the heal, it actually appears right in front of you and you don't have to do the stupid animation to put it out. So that's definitely something I learned from this clip and will be trying out myself the next time I play Leia.
Vérifiez vos cibles. Tout. Vous ne toucherez jamais. Je suis toujours debout. L'Empire est condamné. Tout comme vous. Maintenez la pression.
But that brings this video to an end. As always, a big thank you to Elgato Gaming for sponsoring this series. If you're interested in checking out any other products, you can find a link to that in the description below. They're actually releasing this Stream Deck next week, which is a pretty damn helpful piece of hardware for anyone who does streaming or even recording. So I will definitely be showing that off on the channel later on. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.